All right, this is the Hot Rod. The Hot Rod is a Picatinny rail extension. The rod stands for Rail Optimizing Device. It is designed that although it is an extension of the rail, one of its unique features is it keeps the same height over bore as your actual rail. The Hot Rod is to be used in conjunction with an IR laser. The reason for this product and why we designed it was we wanted to be able to get more room on the actual rail to get a better grip on the gun. When you start putting these box lasers on your weapon systems, it makes you have to change your grip, usually further back on the gun. And on shorter barreled guns, the further back you go on that rail, the less desirable it is when you're shooting. So for guns such as this is a 9-inch SIG Spear. When you put a box style laser on the end of this gun right here, I'm now having to grip the gun in this general area here. Otherwise, I'm having to clamp all the way over this laser, which is uncomfortable. So instead of having to change my grip much further back on the gun, we designed a product that can extend your laser out past the end of your muzzle to get you a more optimal grip. The Hot Rod is designed specifically to fit the Unity Tactical Axon pressure switch, but you do not need to use that if you don't want to. You can run it with a standard pressure switch off to the side. You can run it up on the top if that's your desired area to put your pressure switch. We believe that the Unity Axon switch is currently the best switch on the market, and so we designed it in order to specifically fit that on top. We will supply the hardware needed to mount the Axon switch onto the Hot Rod. It'll come with all screws needed. Once you take the Hot Rod and you put it on your gun, it comes with a steel plate. It's used to clamp it onto the rail, and it comes with 3 supplied steel screws in order to screw it in. The Hot Rod has a couple of unique features that we want to talk about as well. First being the bottom of the Picatinny portion of the Hot Rod is carved out at the bottom in order to fit a wide variety of suppressor diameters. It fits on like a standard BCM rail like this, which is pretty low to the barrel. It fits up to 1.75 inch diameter cans. If your rail is taller, like on the Spear, you've got a little more room there to where you can run even larger diameter suppressors. This is a 175 Nomad 30, and you can see there's plenty of clearance still underneath the Hot Rod. In instances like this, if you were to run an even smaller diameter suppressor, you might even be able to fit a suppressor cover underneath it. But for the most part, there's not going to be enough clearance with most rails to run a suppressor cover. We do highly recommend, when using the Hot Rod, to use it in conjunction with a suppressor. Putting your laser in direct muzzle blast from your weapon without a suppressor is not recommended and could cause damage to the laser. One of the big things that we've had people comment or ask or talk about, it's kind of the elephant in the room, is the Hot Rod. How hot does it get, and is it going to damage my laser? Long story short, we have professionally tested and used this product for almost 2 years now in law enforcement on a SWAT team, and we have not found heat to be an issue whatsoever at all. We have run pretty high volume rates of fire with absolutely no issues affecting zero or the laser getting too hot. We do recommend not to do any type of suppressor testing or abuse or mag dumps or full auto rates of fire to the point where you're getting your can red hot. If you're getting this thing so hot that where you're going to potentially even cause damage to the suppressor, we do not recommend using the Hot Rod. That could cause damage to your laser. But as far as regular range days, drills, training, any type of professional use, competitions, we have found it to be good to go and not have to be heat be an issue at all whatsoever. A couple other design features that we want to talk about. If you can see here, it's got 6 different holes to fit on your rail. It's going to come, like I said, with 3 supplied screws that's going to screw into the other side of the steel plate. Between these 6 holes, we've found this to fit pretty much every AR-15 style Picatinny rail that's on the market. As long as it's close to a 90-degree shoulder at the edge here, the way that the Hot Rod works is it just sits on that 90-degree shoulder, and then you would line up wherever the Picatinny slots that are open as you're looking through there, and you'd put your screws in those holes. So between those 6 holes, we found it to fit pretty much everything. The really cool feature of this is the step down, we call it, on the hot rod, which gives it that ability to sit on your rail and keep the actual Picatinny the same height over bore as the rail itself. This is a proprietary feature that is unique only to this product. One of the really cool things about this company and this product is that we make stuff for the end user and it's by end users. That includes the way that we price stuff. We try not to price gouge or make things astronomically high, but we are a small business and we need to make money.